Hey, beautiful people, it's Rickita. I'm back with another video. Y'all know I've been going crazy all summer long, but it's Sunday and I wanted to make this video about how you guys can get approved for the 3 times the credit cards by using this website. Now, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm going to toot it because this website was very beneficial to me building my credit, and I put a lot of the juicy stuff into this website. And on top of that, if I need to get more credit cards, like even when I went to my last time I went and got my batch of credit cards, I went to my list. I did get like 1 or 2 that wasn't on my list, but still I used this list. And let me say the company that I am going with was Truist, but I don't have Truist on my website yet. But I'm definitely going to add Truist on there. I talked about Truist in the past. I can get credit cards from them, but I don't think I fully have it in one of my lists on my website. But I'll talk to you guys about which list that should be on. But the credit card website I'm talking about is my personal website, Rickita.com. As you can see it, I have it right here, but I want to show you all how I actually view it and how you all can view it too, and how you can use it to your advantage so you guys can get approved for credit cards. So let me go ahead and open this up, and then I also put together a quick reference sheet, just something I like to reference of what I believe is true. You guys can do as you please, but this is what I reference because this is what I believe is true. So when it come down to credit cards, like some people need to know like which credit cards to get, where you at. Is a process, okay? So when you guys are first starting off, when people are like, I don't have credit cards, Rickita, I need credit cards, I always tell y'all start off with some secure ones that's going to graduate, like Navy Federal, Discover, and Capital One. They got secure credit cards that's going to graduate. Also try to see if you can go to like your local credit union. If you can't get anything because you filed for like bankruptcy, then get Open Sky or a credit builder card. Go to local bank, local credit union, ask them for a credit card, a secure one if they won't give you just a regular credit card, and that can help you start building. After you get to the point where you got 4 credit cards, they've been reporting for like 6 months to a year, then you guys can go to the next list, which is this next one right here. That's when you can get some Apple, you can get the Apple credit cards, because I realized Apple wants you to have at least 4 to 5 accounts in your credit report first to even give you credit cards. They want you to have accounts. They need to see history. You can also do any of the Synchrony Bank cards, Community Bank cards. You can try other Capital One cards. Capital One allows you to have 2 cards with them. You can try Navy Federal, their N Rewards, or any other credit cards that can pre-qualify you, and Discover. And then once you guys have, I would say like 2 or 3 out of there, you let your accounts just continue to age in general, and you have some of these other cards from the second list that actually have higher limits. You should have way higher limits than the ones you have when you start off secured. Then maybe you want to go to the next and try to get credit cards with like Chase, Citibank, Wells Fargo, or like your local credit union, like, or any other credit union, maybe PenFed, or things like that. But in this second little juicy section, I like to call it, because once you start building your credit is decent, it's like where to go next. It's a list that I love to go through, and I'm telling you guys, this can be life-saving, especially if you want credit cards. It's a list that you can go through and figure out like what companies like you. So let's actually look at the website, because I'm going on and on. So this is my website here, Rickita.com. You can schedule a call on here. You can see if I got any events. If you need help with home buying, you can do an application, and you can look at like the home tours that I previously did here in Florida. If you have negative accounts, then you guys need to get this free dispute letter, and plus there's a credit card list of some top cards that I like. A lot of them is already in this list, but it's the actual link to them. But you'll get this automatically emailed to you as soon as you fill out this link. Click it, fill it out. It'll be emailed to you instantly. Start working on credit, delete them accounts. If you want to be more rigorous, you want to really make sure you target certain accounts like late payments, student loans, collections, charge-offs, or bankruptcy, then get the removal package. It's only $27 for a package. And you got to think about it. You may have a $2,000 collection that you got removed with a $27 package of letters. That can be very beneficial to you all. Then I have my membership. Anybody that's in the membership, we mail out the letters on our behalf. And that's when you can actually talk to me. I can help you mail out certain letters. That's what this membership is about. Whatever letter you need, I can be able to email it to you, or I can possibly send it out on my end. Now, this is the juicy part that you came for. You came to see how to get approved for more credit cards. So I section out the credit cards in different lists depending on what you wanted. So just my top credit cards that I like, credit cards I personally got. I have them here. I don't have all my personal cards in here, but these are some of the top cards that I like. Pre-qualified with no hard inquiry. That's my favorite list, even better than Rickita's top credit cards. You can go to top credit cards. You can see where I'm at in terms of which ones I just like. But the pre-qualified with no hard inquiry, that's that list that's really going to help you get 3 times the cards. But some people are at the stage too, like you want to get more cards, but you want to get cards because you got bad credit. You can't just go to pre-qualified. You need to know, like, targeted which ones is for bad credit, or maybe you're a student and you want to get more student cards. They have something for you, or travel, or maybe just trying to build your credit, maybe for gas, rewards, or cash back. You know, depending on where you at, you might go to these lists. But to get 3 times the credit cards, I always tell people to go to this list, pre-qualified with no hard inquiry. Now, I do have the option for those people that you have negative accounts you need to get removed, you need help with. I can actually do 6 months of free letters for you as long as you follow these steps here. Is basically the last step is to call us. Follow these steps, you can get the free letters, because free letters emailed to you. Because I found out that a lot of times you want to get credit cards and you like, I want to get 3 times. You can't get 3 times because you have negative accounts. So it's, you know, you have negative accounts, utilization is bad. We have to fix different things like this and get it removed first so that you can get the 3 times the accounts. But if you already did that and you're ready for the next step, let's actually look at the list, the pre-qualified with no hard inquiry list. Now, I love this list because it's over 45 different accounts. I mean, secured accounts, accounts that's not even necessarily just secured. We're also talking about accounts that give you higher limits, and we're even talking about not just credit cards, but personal loans. So we have a few of those companies. All of these companies that's on this list, they're going to tell you yes or no without giving you a hard inquiry, and that's what you need. You need them to tell you yes or no. I don't want you guys to apply for a credit card thinking you're going to get it, and they give you a hard inquiry and they say no when they been knew they wasn't going to be able to give it to you. And you can know whether or not some of these companies are going to give you a credit card by just pre-qualifying for it, which is what this list is about. So let's kind of reference what I already had on this list. So starting credit cards, we talked about Navy Federal, Discover, Capital One. These are all secured. Okay, so let me show you where these are at. So this is the Discover Secure credit card. This one usually going to graduate in about 8 months. This is a good one. That's the one for people that need to like build their credit, but they can tell you yes or no without that hard inquiry. That's what I really like. The Navy Federal Secure credit card. We talked about this. When you put $200 down, in about 6 months, it's going to go to $2,000. So that is a great one for you. And then we need that Capital One Platinum Secure. Let me see if I can find it. Up here it is right here, Capital One Platinum Secure credit card. Again, reference this list, because what you want to do is when you find these credit cards, you can actually apply right here. I'll take you directly to their website so that you guys can apply for it. But you'll be able to know, like, okay, these are ones I need. And you can just say, okay, I got the Navy, I put my deposit on it, I did Discover. You can use this as a checklist to try to see if you can screenshot this now and use it as a reference. And then you can edit your screenshot, print it out, or whatever you want to do, and remake a new list for you. So I said also, when you guys are starting off, you want to get more credit cards. To get 3 times the credit cards when you starting off, it's because you're going to have to get secure credit cards, because it's levels to it. If you starting to build your credit, you need to get secure credit cards. And if you know which credit cards you need for your credit, you're going to be able to get more credit cards because you know which ones are going to give you a chance. I also said do the Open Sky, or like the credit builder card. If you guys are on a computer, you can do like the Control F find, and then you can put like the different things I'm saying, like credit builder card, because it's a long list. You're gonna be going scrolling up and down trying to figure out where things are at. But if you're on a computer, just do the control F and you'll be able to go to it. But we got the credit builder card, so this can be a great one for you. They don't care what your credit look like. They'll give you 2 credit cards, $200 deposit each, and they'll send it to you in the mail, and they're going to report to the credit bureau probably before you get the credit card in the mail, which is going to be really good. So I really like this one. This can help you build your credit no matter where you're at. Even if you're at the bottom, you got even more options because you're working your way up. Usually when you're at the top, when you're here, where you try to get Chase City, you try to get some bigger cars, basically, you don't want to go back to none of these. You want to go full, or you know what I mean. So now you're at the bottom, you got a lot of options. Think of it that way. You want to make sure that you learn to keep your balance low on all these credit cards, because you want to be able to keep jumping to the next levels. Okay. So we said credit builder card. We also said Open Sky. That was a great one. Helped me build my credit. I filed for bankruptcy. I didn't go through with it, but still, it was a great card for me to start back building my credit, because I had to get rid of so many cards at one point. So the Open Sky, this is a great secure one. And then any other cards that's with your local credit union. I sometimes talk about like Kickoff and things like that, but kind of just stay away from unless you fully understand Kickoff. I'm not going to go into great detail about them right now. Now, the next thing is we talked about some Apple. So, the Apple card is on here. Apple is going to want you to have some credit cards already before they think about giving you a credit card, but you can pre-qualify for it. They can tell you yes or no. I like my Apple card. When I asked for an increase, they gave it to me, and they doubled my limit too when they gave it to me. So I definitely would suggest Apple. I like that you can get the 3% back, 2% back. I like that. The money can be cash right in your wallet. I don't know. Apple is simple. I've been showing you guys me paying my Apple bill for the longest now. So definitely this can be a good one for you all. I said Synchrony Bank credit cards. When I said Synchrony Bank credit cards, I'm thinking about getting like a Lowe's card. Some people don't want to get Lowe's, but you got to understand that Lowe's can give you a higher limit, which is what you really need. You want to try to see if you can get a higher limit credit card, because if you can get a higher limit credit card, then when you go and apply for some other credit cards, they'll try to match that limit. Like say if Lowe's cannot be your highest card, because I've seen people say that Lowe's is my highest card, and they Lowe's limit is $7,000. Now when you try to go get more credit cards, they're going to see, oh, you got a $7,000 credit card. Let me go close to that, match it, or go higher. So that's why I always tell people try to get like cards like this. Not only just the Lowe's card, we're talking Synchrony. We could be talking about Community Bank. That's another one like right under Synchrony Bank. I say Community Bank. You can get like the Lexus Pursuit, GM Reward. Think of GM Rewards as like that Apple. Goldman Sachs, you can definitely get that. You got the Apple, you can get this. I was able to get both of them too. So try to see if you can pre-qualify to get this. That's like next on the list for you. And again, you're going to get 3 times the cards, because now you know the credit cards that's going to pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. That means they're going to tell you yes or no. If you try to pre-qualify for something like this, Synchrony credit, think of this like the Lowe's and give you a high limit. If you try to pre-qualify for this and they tell you no, do not continue to go through an application when you get a hard inquiry. You know to back up. You know to go to another card. But if they say, yes, they can possibly give you that credit card, then you know, oh, wait, I have a greater chance of getting this credit card. And sometimes I apply for credit cards. Like the last time I applied for credit cards, I think I got like 6 or 7 credit cards at that one time. Like I got that many credit cards because I wanted certain credit cards to do certain things. I'm trying to build out, like, I passed this level here where I'm trying to get certain credit cards to do certain things because I no longer really like these cards, if you know what I mean. Even my credit union, Wells Fargo, or my Chase card, I'm over it. I want certain credit cards now, but I'm able to get a certain amount. Like I'm able to get like 7 cards at that one time. So I want you guys to be able to do that too. So if they say no, that means that they're not going to give it to you. You got to go to another credit card, and you just put your list down of which cards that you want. Synchrony Home. These can be like, once you find out like Synchrony Bank, like Google Synchrony Bank credit cards. Once you find out that Synchrony Bank like you, meaning that they pre-qualified you for the care credit card and they gave you that card, that means they like you. Once you find out that Synchrony Bank like you, then try to see if you can get some more credit cards with Synchrony Bank. I remember it was time where I got 9 credit cards because, at that time I found out that Synchrony Bank liked me and I pre-qualified for a lot of their credit cards and I got it. After a certain amount of credit cards, they are going to want you to do some type of verification of identity. They're going to tell you they want you to go to the bank. Maybe it was just me, but that's what happened with them. But you're able to get multiple ones. Once you find out a company like you, then you can get multiple credit cards with them. So this is Community Bank. That's a Toyota credit card. Capital One, this is their Walmart card. Once you find out that Capital One do like you, try to see which credit cards on Capital One you want to actually get. But here is a personal loan too, if you guys are interested in personal loans. But it's so many different credit cards on this list. And if you go through this list, I'm not saying I'm guaranteeing it, but I know like if you're doing the correct thing, you should be able to get way more credit cards going through this list, because the key to it all is they can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. So that means they're going to tell you yes or no. That means that you technically, I'm not suggesting it, but I mean, you technically could have went and wrote every name down and pre-qualified for each one of them. You could have said, okay, they said yeah to me. They said yeah to me. They said yeah to me. They say yeah to me. They said, the 2 modes not working. I really need to delete that one. Discover, they said no to me. So I'm skipping all Discover because they saying no. I pre-qualified, they saying no. Then you go to, okay, Apple, they say yeah to me. And you could pick, you don't have to, once they say yes, they can give you one. You don't actually have to get that credit card at that time. You can just see what your options are. You can double back and say, you know what? The best ones out of everybody that pre-qualified me was Apple, Navy Federal. The Discover was good. I was able to get the low. So I'm just going to go get those for it. You can market, you can do it that way instead of you going to all these websites. And let me tell you now, Chase do not pre-qualify. So if you go into Chase, you're trying to get credit cards. Some people try to get 3 separate ones from there or something. If you go into these companies, that's not going to pre-qualify you. Wells Fargo should be able to pre-qualify you, and some credit unions can. But if you go to a company that won't pre-qualify you, then you have a greater chance of not getting as many credit cards. And I don't know, maybe this is the method that seemed always easier to me, like which credit cards can pre-qualify me, because some people always ask too, which credit cards can I get with my credit score? And I always tell people, like, if you have a question like that, like literally just schedule a call, because I don't know. I don't even know what's on your credit, to be honest. I need to be able to see like, what's on your credit, what's your credit score, or see like what type of things that you have going on. And that's just being honest. But if you follow this method, I know you're going to be able to get way more credit cards, because it's something that I still personally do. Now, when my next batch of credit cards, honestly, I have goals and I want certain credit cards. My next batch that I'm getting targeted credit cards. Like, I want this credit card because they offer 0% APR credit cards on 0% APR transactions as long as I spend a certain amount. So I want those type, or maybe I want, not maybe, but I do want to get some more credit cards where I could have 0% for 18 months or 21 months. I want to go to those next, with my goals that I have going on. But I want to try to see which credit cards. Yes, I had goals of like, I want to get the 0% APR, but at the same time, can this company pre-qualify me? Honestly, that's just where I'm at. And a lot of the companies can pre-qualify you. You just need to know where they at. And I just showed you, like, literally go to my website, Rickita.com. That's where it's going to be. Scroll down to the list that say pre-qualify, and then you should be able to find those credit cards that can pre-qualify you. But I hope that this video is helpful, and I hope to be able to make videos like this where y'all can actually see me instead of me just on my laptop. Me on my laptop recording my screen. But it is what it is. I feel like if you've been watching me, I'm about to graduate. I'm keep saying it because I'm so excited about this. I'm about to graduate. I'm going to another chapter. I'm headed to law school, so I have to study. I want to later on come back and say, yes, I am officially a lawyer, and y'all knew me when I wasn't. So I have to focus. But hopefully I can be able to make more videos like this soon. If y'all have any questions, schedule a call for sure. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.